The death of Dale Earnhardt changed NASCAR forever. I don't know if NASCAR will ever be the same. You know, we all march on thinking we're going to get back to those glory days, but Earnhardt was bigger than life. I was in that race that day. I was in that Daytona 500, and I wrecked out early in a big wreck on the back straightaway with Tony Stewart and probably 10 other cars. And I was on the runway at the Daytona airport. I was in the back of the airplane, and our pilot had heard over the intercom that we lost Dale Earnhardt. And still to this day, it's just crazy to think, because he was our NASCAR hero. He was bigger than life. It gets harder and harder every year. It's something you never get over. You just kind of go on. It was good to have Dale Earnhardt Sr. because he was our guy.
Have any drivers since then, and I remember growing up hearing about Richard Petty, even when Jimmy Johnson was winning all those championships, has any driver since Dale Earnhardt, and even including his son, has anybody reached that iconic status or gotten even close to Dale Earnhardt, though?
There has been no other driver in motorsports history that reached every fan like Dale Earnhardt Sr. did. And here's why. Because he was a working man. His story is legendary. He would listen to Leonard Skinner, put his cowboy boots on, and go to work. And that story has been told many times, and people can relate to that. When Earnhardt would win, he never bragged on himself. He was a tough guy, and every working person throughout the world can relate to that. Every man wants to be Dale Earnhardt Sr. He was a man's man, and he resonated not just in the United States, but throughout the world.
Look, even if you're not a NASCAR fan, you know who Dale Earnhardt is, senior and junior for that matter. But explain, and of course you had a great relationship with him. He helped you kind of get started. You helped him win the Winston 500. I watched that on YouTube last night. But compare him to anybody else. How was your relationship with him, and how good was he, the Intimidator?
So Dale Earnhardt Sr., he was like the Wayne Gretzky of his time. He would be like, a Brett Hull, except more famous. Dale Earnhardt Sr. was a man's man. Every man wanted to be Dale Sr. He was that, he was the Marlboro man on the billboards. He was just incredible. What was more wild about him is he had this God-given talent to drive a car at a high rate of speed, better than anybody. He's a 7-time champion. And, he just became one of my friends through my brother, Rusty Wallace. Right there in St. Louis, you've got some of the greatest race car drivers of all time. Whether it's, my brother that I'm really proud of, Rusty Wallace, whether it's Kenny Schrader, whether it's Carl Edwards, 80 miles up the road right there in, the land of Mizzou, Columbia, Missouri, and Jamie McMurray. So, yeah, Earnhardt was one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest.